I think Trump has enlivened the race. First of all, that debate, the first week in August on Fox, because Trump is in that debate, it's going to get 3 times the audience, which means if any one of these people performs well, there'll be 3 times as many people who get affected by it than if Trump is not in the race.
Former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani appearing on the New York City radio program The Cats Roundtable, making the argument that Donald Trump is actually helping the GOP presidential race. Now, as noted earlier, it appears Trump has not taken a hit in the polls after his dispute with Arizona Senator John McCain. The Donald has since clarified what he meant, and several supporters have rallied around Trump, including radio talk show hosts Rush Limbaugh and Mark Levin. That sets the stage for our political panel. We welcome in from Newsmax New York, Lisa Durden, host of the eponymously named Lisa Durden Show, and joining us via Skype from New York City as well, Liz Peek, columnist for the Fiscal Times. Liz, to you first. Is Rudy right? Is Trump helping the Republican race?
I think he's right in this one instance that, in fact, it will build the audience for the debate. You know, when you have a debate and there are 10 people on the stage, I think most people would sort of just consider this, you know, a pretty random collection of sound bites. But I think with Trump there, it's going to be a little more dramatic. We hope it's not too dramatic. I think otherwise, though, the answer is no. I think he's taking valuable time and money away from credible candidates who actually intend to go the distance. He may intend to go the distance, but I don't think he will. And heaven knows if he launches into a third-party kind of race, tries to run as an independent, then he's going to really hurt the Republicans. So I think, yes, he's going to help the debate audience, but I don't think it's otherwise much of a plus.
Lisa Durden, what's your take?
My take is the same as hers for the first time ever on Newsmax.
Put up a historical marker. You agree?
I agree. Donald Trump is not going the distance. Donald Trump will bring the audience in if he does get to that point. And listen, I am glad the GOP wants to back him and Rush Limbaugh agrees with him because it just makes it easier for Hillary Clinton. All of the idiots who are Republicans who back him, I'm happy about it.
Whoa, watch that now. There are a lot of people who back him, including some folks on the radio. For example, Mark Levin was on the other night talking about that dust-up between John McCain and the Donald.
Right.
Let's listen to what Mark had to say, then we'll have you both weigh in.
Everyone acknowledges John McCain is a war hero, but everyone does not acknowledge or accept that he's even a good senator. He's an awful senator. He's a pathetic senator.
Does Levin have a point? Lisa Durden, first to you.
Well, he was an awful senator. He's a horrible senator, but I do think that he was a person that we should value for giving his time to the military. So one has nothing to do with the other. So Donald Trump, he must smoke. And you know what I mean by smoke. Puff, puff, pass.
Mercy.
He's crazy.
Well, you have got smoking hot opinions. Liz Peek, with that cool, elegant analysis you bring to bear, what about what Mark Levin had to say?
Well, there's no doubt that John McCain is a true hero. I mean, forget the war hero. He's just a hero. Any man who basically went through what he did, volunteers to stay under awful, excruciating circumstances. It's an extraordinary story, and I really hate the fact that we're even having to argue about this. As to his role as a senator, obviously not everybody likes his politics. Levin doesn't like any Republican that has a moderate bone in his body. That's how he has built his audience. He's really an extreme person on the right, in my view. So, I mean, I think it's a whole different question. But these two discussion points really have to be separated.
Fair enough. Before we let you go, I got to get 10 seconds from you both. A different topic. The president finally ordered flags to fly at half-staff in the wake of what happened in Chattanooga. Lisa, what took so long?
Listen, I love my president, but I have to be critical when you made a mistake. He should have done it from the beginning because all of our soldiers deserve that. So I'm glad that he did wake up.
And let's let Liz get in on it, too.
And he brought it down.
Liz, 10 seconds to you.
I think once again he's trying to sort of ignore the fact that we have Islamic terrorists on our home turf threatening Americans. That's something he doesn't want to deal with. And so bringing attention to it by lowering the flag is not his way.
Ladies, we appreciate your insights and analysis. Thank you very much. A quick programming reminder, we'll have excerpts from my exclusive one-on-one interview with 2016 Republican presidential candidate Mike Huckabee. We talked over the weekend in Ames, Iowa. We'll have that for you all next week here on Newsmax Prime. Now, a little bit of it right now. I asked the governor if we're in a post-Christian America. Here's his response.
I think we have entered a time when Christianity is held in contempt by the forces that control media and government, but it doesn't mean that it's irreparable. We are certainly in a time when to hold a traditional, ordinary, orthodox, biblical worldview is essentially to invite scorn and ridicule.
Governor Mike Huckabee, he will be with us all next week. That special interview here on Newsmax Prime.